Hey, good day, everybody. My name is Jesse Daly. I am based in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I hold a certificate in weather forecasting from Penn State University, and we are looking at Tropical Storm Melissa, which is probably going to be Hurricane Melissa by the time that this storm, that I post this video. Um, okay, my friends, so if you've been following this channel, we've been watching this storm for the last week or so. I never want to panic people. That's the one goal I have, but this on this channel. But I do want to give you all the facts. And without exaggerating, this is a potentially catastrophic threat to Jamaica and portions of Haiti and Cuba. But specifically for Jamaica, you need to, if you're in Jamaica, please share this video with your friends and family, or maybe you have extended friends and family that are in the area. This could be life-threatening for a large portion of this island. We're going to walk through exactly what's going on based on the National Hurricane Center, and I'm going to also give you some tips on being prepared. If you have not finished your preparations already, you have to do that. First, let's look at the forecast. This is as of 11 a.m. It's nearly a hurricane, 70-mile-per-hour winds, basically not moving, 1 mile an hour to the west-northwest. It is moving over an area that, actually, I'm going to jump you over to the infrared satellite imagery. This is courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com. This is strengthening now. Melissa is entering an area of extremely warm water temperatures and high ocean heat content, which means that the water underneath the ocean is really warm. So it's going to continue to fuel this storm and make it stronger. Rapid intensification is expected. You see these colors. Infrared satellite imagery measures the temperature of the tops of clouds. So where you see these like bursts of pink and white, those are extremely cold cloud tops that are built really high up into the atmosphere, and it's indicative of strong convection, a lot of moisture, a strengthening storm. Again, I'm going to jump you back over now to the forecast of National Hurricane Center. We see the little M's here. That indicates major hurricane category 3 or higher. This is expected to reach at least category 4 by the time that it is expected to move basically directly across Jamaica. And by the way, as of 11 a.m., the National Hurricane Center is saying that this could be the strongest system that has ever made a direct hit on Jamaica since records have been kept on that island. So again, like, I'm not trying to scare you, but I am scared myself. Elderly individuals, those with limited mobility. I mean, basically everyone down there, look out for one another. I live in the Virgin Islands. I understand, like, you're on an island, right? So you can't like just leave, you know. Concrete structures, really important. Animals, by the way, we have a lot of little stray animals that run around here, chickens, uh, dogs, cats. Take them in if you can. You know what I mean? This is one of those situations. I'm gonna now just show you the the rain. I'm like, it's just like it's insane. Like the rainfall totals that we're looking at here are going to be through like through the roof. Look at the this 4 day rainfall totals are anticipated to be over 2 feet of rain in portions of Jamaica and Haiti. This is obviously going to cause flash flooding, and major flooding. Let's look at the key messages. I think this is a really important thing to look at. Um, because of the slow movement. Again, it mentions here catastrophic flash flooding, landslides, extensive infrastructural damage, long duration power and communication outages in Jamaica, potentially prolonged isolation of communities, life-threatening storm surge. Again, Haiti, same situation, catastrophic flooding, landslides, prolonged isolation of communities, meaning things will be cut off because of flooding and power outages in internet. Dominican Republic, again, flooding. Eastern Cuba, this is also really important. Eastern Cuba, southeastern Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, we got to monitor this. An increasing risk of significant storm surge and damaging winds and flooding. Let's look at the Google DeepMind AI model. We can see that it's moving very slowly, Melissa, and then it becomes a rapidly intensifying major hurricane. Google AI takes us essentially directly across the island of Jamaica as at least a category 4 hurricane, and then over Cuba and toward the Bahamas. By the way, Bermuda, you're not out of the woods. You got to keep an eye on this too for later in the week. Now, just to jump you back over to the key messages here, this can change, okay? This can change. But it's looking increasingly likely that this is going to be a long duration, catastrophic event for portions of the areas of, again, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic in particular. My friends, like, I live on an island, I get it. You could be without, like, some of these communities may not be livable for a long time. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that to help prepare you, because this is one of those situations where you have to take it seriously. There were people in 2017, okay, here in the Virgin Islands that were saying, oh, we're not going to get hit, Irma and Maria, like up until the day before Irma. That was a Category 5 hurricane that made it basically a direct hit portions of the Virgin Islands. People were saying the day before it hit, oh, it's going to miss us. It didn't miss the Virgin Islands. And 8 years later, we are still recovering from those storms. So that is just to underscore the importance of taking this seriously and not waiting. I want to show you right now, this is the final thing I'll say. NOAA's hurricane prep. This is just some information that can help you protect your home, cover windows, determine sheltering options. I'm assuming that the government of Jamaica will have shelters open. Again, consider pets. I talked about that. Go bag, medicines, charge your phone, help your neighbors. Again, I mentioned elderly, vulnerable individuals. Evacuation orders, you can't really go anywhere on an island, I get it, but you can definitely get away from the water, for example, if you're low to the, at a low elevation. I also just want to take you back here during a storm, okay? So assuming that this does make a direct landfall, stay in your safe place, away from water and wind, have a way to get weather alerts. Weather radio is really good. You can get hand crank ones. Keep in mind the impacts should be felt far from the coast, obviously. Don't leave your home until it's safe to do so. Even when it is safe to do so after storms, it's still really dangerous. If you're, there can be down power lines, floodwaters, generators. Do not use them indoors. These are things that I'm sure most of you already know. I'm really concerned, and I probably am showing it in my voice and in my actions here. In my studies of weather so far, with when I studied tropical meteorology, I haven't seen this sort of scenario in the time that I've had my degree or sort of certificate in weather forecasting. This is serious. It's life-threatening. Please make sure you take it seriously. Follow the National Hurricane Center. I'll try to keep you posted from here in the Virgin Islands. Last thing I'm going to show you is, this is infrared satellite imagery again, tropicaltidbits.com. Look at where I'm at, where my cursor is. We're in the Virgin Islands. We're getting clouds, some rain, a little bit of wind, nothing really. But this is to give you an idea of how big this storm is. And it's going to basically sit on top of Jamaica for an extended period of time. Winds are going to start potentially tonight, Saturday night, and you're facing days of rain and wind. Take it seriously, my friends. Please hit subscribe if you could on this channel. Also, follow Mr. Weatherman. The link is below. Weather Girl Danny. She's over in Jamaica, does a fantastic job keeping people posted. Sending my love to everybody. Stay safe. And as always, I will keep an eye on the tropical skies come rain or shine.